My collection of poetry is not about the before and after of a person's journey. I remained curious about the messy middle. I'm learning that that's where the light and peace is. It's not at the end of the tunnel. It's right here, in the middle, in the messy, complicated middle.
Hi, I am Neelam Patel. Thank you for spending your energy with me this afternoon. As much energy as you might have available after a week at South by. I appreciate every ounce of what you are sharing with me today. So I am here because I am obsessed with what I call the messy middle. We are all just consumed with our outcomes. What will happen next? What if this happens? What if that happens? That we miss out on life as it's happening. I believe that this is life and death, because either we are breathing during our lives as it's happening, or we're holding our breath, waiting for something later, missing out on whatever it is that we're here for. And I believe we are all here. We are meant to be here. And if we're meant to be here, we are meant to breathe. I am not talking about purpose or anything like that. I'm just talking about being. And I believe there's good news. I believe that we can build a cocoon of safety so that we can live our lives. It is simple, but it is not easy, and we're here to experiment. So I did more and more investigation, and I realized that I could breathe as long as I made space for those, what people call negative feelings, shame, anger, rage, murderous rage. And the more I made room for that, the more I could see the good and the things that were available to me, right? Like that time right after my open mic poetry, I sat in my chair and both were true at the same time, right? Like I was not okay. I was not gonna ever do this again and spill my guts to the audience. And I was just fine. And that way I could breathe because both were true at the same time. This is easier thought about than done, right? Because if I think, oh my God, I'm not okay, and I'm ashamed of that, then I step away, I hide, I don't breathe, I don't go to another open mic, right? Or if I go, oh my God, I found home, and I stick to that so hard, then nothing else can be true about it. I have to make an entire identity out of open mic poetry, and then I'm stuck because it's not all good. And I'm hiding, right? So I kept investigating more, and I realized my own poetry wasn't doing it for me. I had a poem that was like, I am not a damsel in distress. I put on my courage before I put on my dress. It is not my well-stitched jeans or my perfectly made skirt. My clothes are not the actual intrigue. I put on my audacity before I select a lipstick. But I was still putting on lipstick. Like, how do I get there? How do I get to that person? How?